That's really sweet.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Funny story from this past week.
Yeah, it's got to be Honey's bedtime. Well, you started a sweet little nighttime routine that you saw on social media.
I did. So my mom actually shared this on social media. Like, she reshared it, and I read the whole article, and it was so cool. It was talking about how whenever kids, like, instead of just doing a bedtime story at night, like reading a book, if you tell them about your day, it's actually shown to improve their language, like, dramatically. It actually said I think they interviewed like 700, or they did a study with like 700 families, and the ones who told their kids what they did during that day, and in detail, it's like, I went to work today and there was a moment where I got stressed, but I overcame it, and then I ended up having a great day. Like, you actually go through how you felt in the day, how you overcame emotions during the day. They said that their language was a whole year in advance than the other kids who had not, heard about their parents' day. I thought that was really interesting. And I had just had somebody tell me that Honey's vocabulary is like really amazing. And they said, they're like, I can tell that y'all talk a lot because she talks a lot like you. And I was like, well, yeah. We do talk a lot.
Honey never stops talking.
And they said, but specifically, I can tell you don't talk to her like a baby because she talks like an adult. And I was like, that's really cool. So anyways, I was like, I'm going to start incorporating that more and see if I see, changes in their vocabulary. So this is fresh. We've literally started this 2 nights ago, but it was so cool how automatically we saw something shift. So I was telling them about my day, and I told them I went to work, and, I just started going back to work. So sometimes that can be kind of hard, but I did my podcast. That was really fun. So I'm telling them about my day. And then, this is so cool, Haven, who's 2 years old, she goes to pray. And, sometimes 2-year-olds' prayers are just like repetitive. They sound the same every night. They're a little bit funny. But she actually said, thank you, God, that mommy got to go to work today. And she started praying for my day and for my work. And then Honey did too, and she prayed for my work. And I just started noticing that they were like incorporating my day in their prayer life, which is like so cool at 2 and 4. Like, what? That's amazing. And so we've definitely seen something shift in that. But the funny thing was that last night, or that same night,
2 nights ago,
we were talking about where mom and dad are because they're on a trip. And so we talked about that earlier in the day. And so when it came time to pray, Honey's praying for K-Mama and Dubs, and she stopped and she said, what city is K-Mama in? And I said, oh, she's in Scotland. And so she said, okay, God, thank you for Scotland, and thank you that K-Mama's in Scotland. So then last night, she's praying again for K-Mama. And I can't remember what the word was. And she was like, and God, thank you for K-Mama being in...
It was Salatoria.
Salatoria.
I should have looked up if Salatoria was actually a place.
We went from Scotland to Salatoria, but hey, it was
but it was like there was no hesitation.
I know.
To it.
Thank you for K-Mama being in Salatoria.
It was just confidence, which was the funny part.
It was so funny, but it is really cool to see that even in 2 nights. Like, I definitely have seen their thoughtfulness. Like, they're like thinking about what they did in their day and what I did in mine, and you did in yours. So that's pretty sweet.